Okay, hello, welcome back to my channel. Thought I would show you, and I'm not used to this thing at all. So let's see if we bring you down, will that work? Okay, sorry. Senior moments, we have them quite often. Alright. No. Yes and no. Alright, what we have here is a rotisserie chicken that was bought last week. Been sitting in the refrigerator. I thought, well, what can I do with it? So I'm going to show you how to make chicken porridge. So first things first, we want to run through this. This chicken is hot. I have a trash bowl. So we want to get it all the meat off. I don't eat skin. Just don't care for the consistency. But sometimes it gets in there, so you tear that all apart. You know, she's hot. Al might have to wait. I don't know. But if you can see that juicy broth, that's the gold right there. So, and I'm not even bothering with that because this is hot and falling apart. We basically want the carcass. I don't know if anybody that would want to eat the string, but sometimes I get lucky and we're going to FAFO and find out today if I'm going to get the wishbone. I have this weird affinity for saving them. Why? I don't know. But you want to get all the bones out because you don't want to feed this to somebody and then they get a bone stuck in their windpipe. So, ow. And this bitch is hot. Probably should have grabbed a chair. I don't have a strong back, but we'll be all right. Just again, peeling off the chicken. I was going to do this beforehand, but I thought, you know what, let's give this glow stick, this pro stick, and this novice a go. So, okay, there's some bones that get in your throat. We don't want those. Okay, again, I don't care for the skin. And instead of throwing it away, it still had life to it. Refrigerator is really cold. But as you can see, I'm just removing the bones as fast as possible because, you know, some people like long videos, some people don't, but me, all I know is my back is killing me. And the last time I did a cooking video, we did like 4 parts of cornbread because I don't know how to edit. I don't have a desktop. I can't sit at one anyway. Standing this long, I'll pay, but that's another gripe that you don't need to hear. But I was having a hot flash because when you have this kind of pain, it really does a number. See, look at that nice white chicken. All that is good. Don't see a wishbone. I think they might have got me this time, but that's all right. I got a bunch of them. I said I was going to make one of those Texas Chainsaw Massacres. The second one's the best. It's got Dennis Hopper in it, R.I.P. And a girl that gets stuck in it. It's got it's real good. The second one is just a whole different take. Toby Hooper, I believe that's his name, made the original, and then after that, I mean, there are some good remakes, but just like with the Beetlejuice, I was going to go see it, but everybody says it sucks, and I'm like, yeah, but if Hollywood could just, you know, they got all these young producers, and it's a whole different age from when those movies came out. You know, somebody said it sucked. I'm like, yeah, because that's like taking an original, like moi, and trying to duplicate it. You can't do it. It only has magic once or twice. All right, I getting through this pretty good. There may have to be a part 2. I'm hoping that this takes. But this is how, if you have a rotisserie chicken and you're like, ugh, it's cold and congealed, and I don't even know what part that was. Do you? Cold and congealed, I thought, well, I don't want to throw food away because After we survived the hurricane, we had to throw out every bit of $1,200 worth of food that we had hoarded up. Now my refrigerator, there's the other wishbone piece of it. Now my refrigerator looks like, oh, Section 8. Sorry, I had to bend over a little bit. I do have a very bad back. This was not a good idea, but content, ugh. I don't know who, ooh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I don't know who in the world would want to eat that. Nothing about that looks appetizing. Pay my arms no attention. I am a lupus person. So like Rachel Ray, you always gotta have your trash bowl handy. Cause you know, I don't be putting all me out in the videos. I just don't. You don't want to see what lupus looks like. I could go out on Halloween and scare the kids. Just kidding. You have to look at it lightly. When lupus hits, it's not kind. All right, so now I'm just gonna go through it as such. I hope I'm in frame. So you just want to feel, make sure there's no surprises, because if you don't have teeth, you know, that's gonna hurt. But what's even worse is if that gets in your windpipe, you might be done. So I have to be real careful, and I'm the only one that's going to be eating this. I call it chicken porridge because it winds up being breaded, and I'm going to get to that. I feel the other wishbone. There she is. And they got me that time. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. Again, it's just something. I have a necklace from the 70s. Wishbones was real popular when I was a kid. So you just want to take, you just want to take and have your chicken look like this. Just get it all gummed up, okay? No edits. We're just going to straight shot this one. Alright, and all the juice that was in here, okay, oh Lord, should look like this. There you go. That's a little better. So we want to make sure that we have everything we need out of here. Like, you know, a piece of gizzard or a tough piece of chicken, it's alright. If you can tear it up, you're doing pretty good. Don't like the selfie stick, but I didn't want to hit record, pause, and then screw up and lose it. So, alright, once you get your chicken like that, and I'm probably just going to have to get my hands dirty. I buy these off Amazon. They're great for when you don't really want to get your hands total filthy. So this is what you want to have, and that's a whole rotisserie chicken minus one leg. That's all I ate. He bought it fresh last Saturday, I think. And so there's that. Looks like this is going to be the best angle. You're going to see my arms again. I have lupus. Please no hate. I can't help with it. I suffer enough with it. Alright. Now at this point in time, how it becomes porridge is, you want to take this. Excuse me. Every time I get on this damn thing, my guts want to give me the mating call. But you want to take one box. You can use two. I may regret not using two. But you want to take one box of, again, stovetop. Where's my finger? Chicken. And here it is. Just put it all in there, like so. And this is so great because with the stovetop, it's got all the herbs. And if you want to add your more stuff to it, which I don't, you can. Another alternative without dressing, if you just wanted to make a real good chicken and rice. I love these microwave Uncle Ben's. Ready, 90 seconds in the microwave, although I say give them a minute and a half because when you buy them and they've been sitting in a hot pantry. So this is an alternative, but you would have to use cream of chicken Whereas I am going to use cream of mushroom. Gotta have some kind of vegetable in there. And sometimes, and I may sneak over there and get a grab a can of peas, even though I've already cooked supper and I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I am going to post it just to show you how to make the most. Because with shrinkflation, I mean, it don't, you people, if you know, you know. I'm just kidding. I'm so sick of that girl. God, I can't even go on watch my regular homies without somebody talking about her. I'm like, you know, she wouldn't be so relevant if people wouldn't keep talking about her. Anywho, that's a whole different Demogorgon. So, okay, so, you know, you're like, wow, that's looking a little dry. But you do want to try to get your dressing. Get your dressing. And chicken, you want to kind of just rough, rogue, slop it together real good. I wish I had a British accent. Oh, I think I see a bone. Nope. Yuck, now my finger's dirty. But I kind of wish I had a British accent so I could make this gross and weird and be like Kay's cooking. Which I think Kay is cool because she wears an Iron Maiden t-shirt. Not my favorite band. They did a song with kittens in the video, Run for the Hills, I believe. Now, I could get down with that, but other than that, I'm not an Iron Maiden fan. Actually, since reforming spiritual life, I don't listen to as much secular music, although I use it in my shorts. All right, now, as you can see, it's kind of dry. And nobody wants no dry-ass chicken. So now what you want to do, and this is going to be interesting, is Great Value sells this. Let me scoot you back. Great Value sells this. This is actually a 3-pound box chicken broth. You can't say broth. So 3 pounds. Oh, it's nice to be resting my back. Again, forgive my arms, forgive this angle. This is something new. I've had it for a while, and it's very hard to film and cook with both hands. So, okay, what we want to do now, and I went ahead and opened it, and if anybody knows a hack as to how they pour this without it glooping everywhere, would be really great. If you want to say something in the comments. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to pour me a little bit in here. I know this because I've made it so many times. And the bread will absorb up, trust and believe. So now what we want to do is get this good and soggy. And I call it porridge because it's not going to be wet when I do the part 2, when it comes out of the oven. It's going to be like it's almost going to be like Southern, well, no, because Southerners use cornbread in their dressing at Christmas. Oh, that's a mushroom. Oh, I dumped out the bone. Anyway, Southerners use cornbread when we make our dressing. People in other states far away use breadcrumbs, which basically that's what this is. So I always call it, you know, there's bread pudding, but here's I call it porridge. And basically because as you can see, the consistency is still good and wet. We don't have to put no more eggs in it. We don't have to put any binders in it because the bread has gluten, which, you know, all this gluten crap and soy boy or whatever, I don't know all this young people talk, but all I can say is that we didn't have gluten in the 70s. Yeah, they were vegetarians and pita was a thing, but I mean, for real, eat bread. Nobody has died from eating bread unless you got celiac. I hear bread's not cool. But when they thought I had celiac, I'm like, I grew up on lard and flour. That's all my granny had to feed me, and my cousin was gravy and biscuits. So I'm like, if anybody would be gluten by now. So as you can see, it's got a, well, it's only that deep, so it's just for me. I'm the only one that's going to eat it. So now that I feel a little bit more confident, I'll add some of that because we got to buy more at grocery day anyway. So I'm going to add. Let me get down here and look. I'm going to add some minced onion, just for flavor. It'll crunch up a little bit on the top, which is nice as long as it's soggy down below. That's enough of that. And this is something that I use in all my cooking. It's just a little bit of everything. So, ow. And because it's still 80 here in the South, most people are doing pumpkins and lattes and all that. I'm like, shit, it's still hot here. So just sprinkle for looks. And then instead of regular salt, which none of this needs because the chicken broth has its own salt, but the stovetop does not, so I'm going to just use a little bit of seasoning salt, just a little, because this is already going to be salty like me. So, okay. Speaking of when that girl rides her bicycle, and y'all know who I'm talking about if you're in the Cobra verse, I would do anything if anybody could make a meme of her being the Wicked Witch of the West. Because, you know, us Eastern girls, we're known for big hearts, and we're sweet and kind. But it would be so cool. I wish I knew how to do it. I quit keeping up with desktops when my back went out. I'm lucky today. I've been lucky the last 2 days to get up and cook. Cooked yesterday for my husband. Cooked today for my husband. It's on my channel. But I wish somebody would make a meme of her being the Wicked Witch of the West. I hate that she ain't even Southerner. We don't figure West Virginia unless you're up there in them dar hills, and that's Appalachia, so she's nowhere near that. But that would be a funny as hell meme. Kate, I know you probably may not see this, but you are so good at editing, and if you can make Anna hang out with some old movies that I'm like, how young is this person to know movies from my generation? Kate, if you're watching, make me a meme and make your channel a meme of her now, NAL, aka douchebag. If you can make a meme of her riding a bicycle, that would be great. Green screen and all included. Alright, so here we have the finished product. Now, just to be safe, what I like to do, and it's good for you, is I use the Prt1. I'm Southern, honey, we don't talk like that. I use some olive oil. I have it here so we don't use too much. So I'm just going to put, I'm just going to spray a little bit on the top. And of course it's wanting to be difficult. Hang on a second, bear with me. It's about empty, that's what's doing this. And of course it would do it on video, right? Okay, this might be a fail. Okay, you get the drift, right? Basically, I'm going to have to now wing it a little bit and just go straight down the center with a small drip. There we go. We want to do that because this is bread. And this is a healthy oil, so it won't matter. We will deal with that in off camera. Go back. Okay, let's go back. And just turn it over. Just turn it over. I'm slinging chicken everywhere. Okay. So this by itself, I would not recommend eating this raw. It almost looks like a chicken dip that my husband makes. which we might put that one up. People seem to like the husband and wife, although he's the quiet one. I'm the yappy one because it's my channel. And he's not into YouTube. He likes to look at them big booty hoes on the gram. It's okay, honey, don't worry. Men are men. They're going to look. But not while you just, not in Casper. Apparently you can get laid in Casper and then go right back to Chatterbait. If you know, you know. Just go reverse, because Josh might have done a lot of things dumb, but he gave me a lot of good friends. So, okay, assuming that this is recorded, all you have to do at this point is, I'm going to put this on, have fun looking at my creation. Here, we'll spice it up a little bit for you. Is bake at 400 hang on. My husband bought one of these smart stoves. I'm like, what was wrong with dials? Anyway, I put mine on about 450. Put it in the oven for about 450. Oh, I don't have my red rings on, but I did do my nails, finally. They got so thin. I don't know what the hell's in that glue overseas when you buy those little fake nails, but they took them down, but I also have bone disease. So, okay, we're nice and good. What we want to do now, again, is now we want to put the lid on it. Okay. I've had this thing forever. I'm sure some of you may or may not have had a granny or a mother that had a small roaster like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm in leggings, so I'm extra hot. As so is the oven. Where is my, never mind. First I guess I better take the sweet potatoes out of the oven. Made those jewels earlier. Those are really good for you. So I'm going to put this. This is going into the oven. Bottom rack. Right there. Say bye. Got it on 450. What I'm going to do is use my old school timer, and we're going to give that 30 minutes. We're going to check on JoJo. Hey, baby. Whew. Feels so good out here. I have not seen 60 out here since last November. So there's that. Taking a break on my swing. Probably going to give you vertigo. But that kitchen gets so hot, and I've been cooking all day. But anyway, yeah, that's enough of that. So back to the house we go. Say hey, JoJo. Hey, y'all. Hey. Say hey. Hey. Meow. So we will wait. In case you're interested, I've already made a short or a video. That was husband's meatball with the said rice. Oh, and that's his favorite thing to do. Hope it's getting him. Yeah. And then I made, those are just Hanover beans. So he had that, but I wanted to make something a little bit different. So as you can see, she's doing really, really well. He's ruined my pizza pan. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So thank you for watching, and let's hope that this took. See you on part 2.